Rochester City Council regular meeting for May 22nd, 2017. Madam Clerk, the roll.
Sullivan.
Here.
Russell. Dixon.
Here.
Cuthbertson.
Here.
Romanelli.
Here.
Peterson.
Here.
And Ray.
Stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening, everybody. Next, we have public comment. We have no scheduled items, so miscellaneous public comment, please come forward.
Hello.
Good evening.
Dean Bavacqua, 872 Aspen. And just wanted to introduce myself. There was a comment made in public comments last meeting that those of us that are running for city council should probably attend meetings. And I just wanted to introduce myself and let everybody know that I'm going to be here as much as my schedule will allow. And I'll be available before and after the meeting if anybody has any questions for me.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks for introducing yourself. Yes, please, come forward.
Sue Douglas, 1228 North Main Street. A couple of things. You've mentioned a lot of extra planning commission meetings that are happening. They're never on the calendar.
We haven't scheduled any of them yet.
Pardon?
We haven't scheduled any of them yet.
Oh, okay. Well, there was one listed in January that showed up, so there haven't been any more?
No, there have
Okay.
not.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That helps there. Also, I want to thank whoever fixed the website so the search works again, because it was totally not working. You've got more than one domain, and it would bring the search up, but it wouldn't open it because it didn't recognize the domain that it was bringing it up in, evidently. So it is working today, and glad to see that.
You to fix it.
And I thought I had one more thing, but if I do, I'll bring it up at the end.
Thank you so much.
Good evening, Steve Zoke. How's everybody tonight?
Great, thank you.
I'd just like to talk about the Citizens Police Academy. First thing I want to thank is our attorney. Jeff did a phenomenal job explaining everything and why he does things and how it works and the procedures that is. And I learned a whole lot, and I thank you for that. We had Lisa Asdorian, a judge, who was absolutely fantastic. She showed us her what she was specializing in and how she did it and how difficult her job is after you hear what she does. I mean, I don't know how she can go home and sleep some nights. But we had a discussion this week that was about the use of force. What is the correct amount of use of force? And when we started out, nobody was on the same page. Nobody understood a darn thing on what it was. And when we left, these police officers explained, and we were all on the same page. It made a huge difference. This is something that everybody should be involved in the next time if we do have one. I mean, it was a simple thing of saying is how we have people of all ages there, and how everybody looked at it. And one of the biggest questions was, how come you just don't shoot to wound somebody? And after they made these detailed explanations, it was easy to figure out why we were so misled. I mean, in my generation, we would say, boy, it shouldn't be a big thing. I mean, we grew up watching the Lone Ranger shoot the gun out of somebody's hand at 100 yards. And everybody else watches all of the TV shows and the cartoons and everything. Well, after listening to these officers whose life is on the line, and every decision they make is whether they're going to go out with their family, it changed my mind big time. And we really appreciate it. And a last shout out for Nick here, who managed to get the miracle of getting the grass on Letica and Parkdale cut again. Always there. When you need something, you call Nick, get an email response that says on it, and the next day it says done. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Zoke. Please come forward.
Sue Douglas again. I just want to tell you I spent a lot of time going through your survey, and I've noted that it was done in-house and tabulated in-house. What I also noticed was, we didn't really get to ask any questions or talk about that. It was just presented. But the one thing I noticed was in the spread of excellent to bad or very bad in the 5 categories, the middle one was called neutral, which is kind of strange. And I've checked with some people that do these things, and usually that's just a so-so. On a grade scale, it'd be a C. But it wasn't here. But also what was done on your areas that you were weaker in, that neutral area was then added to those weak areas to bring them up to 50% or better, which isn't really truthful to do that. Where you usually use a neutral in a survey is where you have a true and false, a yes or no, where you're asking for a definitive, but when you have a scale like that, you don't. And to put these together, especially when you're calling one neutral, and to throw it into one area to make it look better, that was deceptive. That's deceptive to do that. But I really appreciated seeing all the comments made by people, and a lot of people didn't care for that Sundale. I'm going to tell you that right now, and you know that too. But for those who haven't looked at that survey, it is online, and there's 200 pages of comments on there. And some people were saying, my comment isn't in there, but I see what happened, and I'm sure you'll agree with this, is you took the meat out of commentaries rather than print a whole diatribe that somebody may have written. They looked like they were pieces.
Yep, nope. So if some of them potentially got cut out, it is due to the length of the space, and so some people actually stopped their thought.
Oh, okay.
So the only thing that was edited, if there was a profanity or if they threatened somebody specifically by name, then we did remove that.
That makes sense. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Any other public comment this evening? If not, we'll go ahead and move forward. Approval of the minutes. Consideration of the minutes of the regular meeting of May 8th, 2017. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by Joe Vanelli, support by,
I'll support with change.
Councilmember Peterson. Changes, please.
Yep, on page 3 of 5 at the top, where it says Peterson was concerned about with relying on future funding for the roads. I also stated that I did not like not putting the millage forth through to a vote of the people.
Any other? Councilmember Cuthbertson.
Thank you. While I was not here, I do note that on page 3 of 5, the council held a public hearing on a zoning ordinance amendment regarding the front-loaded, side-loaded, and rear-loaded garages, and changes to Article 21 regarding accessory buildings. And it wasn't to change the side yard setback, but rather, I believe, to change the required driveway length for detached accessory structures. The required side yard setback language is something that referred to a much different issue, and I don't want it to be confused in the minutes.
Okay, we'll adjust that. Any other comments? Madam Clerk, the roll, please.
Walden,
Yes.
Vixen,
Yes.
Cuthbertson,
Yes.
Joe Vanelli,
Yes.
Peterson.
Yes.
Next, we have the approval of the consent agenda. We have 5 items this evening. Consideration of a Playscape dinosaur replacement. Consideration of a resolution regarding Oakland County West Nile Virus Fund Program 2017. Consideration of the procurement of 1,500 tons of salt. And a consideration of a request from Philip Dabrowski to hold a block party at River Mist and Skyview Court on June 16, 2017, from 6:30 to 10, and a consideration of a request from Brian Griffin to hold a block party on Taylor Avenue from July 8th from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by Peterson. Do I have support?
Support.
Support by Giovanelli. Any discussion? Madam Clerk, the roll, please.
Walden,
Yes.
Vixen,
Yes.
Cuthbertson,
Yes.
Joe Vanelli,
Yes.
Peterson.
Yes.
Next, we have legislative deliberation. First item is consideration of a request to amend Section 32-403 and 32-463 of the possession of tobacco by minors and e-cigarette ordinances, second reading and adoption.
So moved.
Motion by Councilmember Peterson, support by Councilmember Giovanelli. Any discussion? Madam Clerk, the roll, please.
Dalton?
Yes.
Dixon?
Yes.
Cuthbertson?
Yes.
Giovanelli?
Yes.
Peterson?
Yes.
Next is consideration of a request to affirm condemnation of the structure located at 325 Oak Street, Rochester, Michigan, and authorization of building official to engage a contractor to demolish the structure. Mr. City Attorney.
Yes, thank you. Briefly, this property is known to all. 325 Oak was destroyed by fire, and due to circumstances outside the city's control, it was not able to be torn down until just recently. The building official, Sid Brown, is here today, and he did declare it to be unsafe condition and unsanitary and condemned it, which, according to the applicable building code, has the ability to do so. Why this is before you today is, well, the building official does have the ability to condemn a property and to get it taken down. He does need authority to spend money to do so if the property owner does not take it down voluntarily. So there's actually the resolution that's before you in the packet, which I prepared, affirms the decision of the building official and the fire chief in their declarations as to this property. And I did put in here to give the property owner until Monday, May 29 to do this. This was not a magic date. I picked 7 days from today's date. So, but I do also know that that's Memorial Day after the fact. So if council is satisfied with that date, it would obviously, no action would be taken until at least the next business day or so. So what would happen is this resolution would be sent and be given to the property owner so that he knows that there is a yet another period of time in which he has to pull a demo permit and get this process moving. I know our building official has been more than willing to work with the property owner, and also the fire chief has been involved as well, trying to get voluntary compliance with this. If that doesn't happen, though, we do need to get it taken down, and so passing this resolution would give the building official the funds necessary to do that. And if those funds the invoice will be sent to the property owner afterwards, and if he doesn't pay that, just like any other bills, it would be added to the tax rolls if that's not paid within 30 days. So the action requested is to affirm what's happened so far and to authorize the building official to engage a contractor to demolish the structure if the building owner has not done so by May 29 or some other day as City Council may select.
So moved, adjusting the date to May 30th.
Very good.
Is there a estimate with
That's my
respect to
question.
the projected cost?
I did talk to Mr. Brown regarding his thoughts on this. After today, he would be getting contact three contractors to get estimates, but his best guess, due to the size of the building, is $10,000 to $15,000.
And do I have support on that motion?
Support.
Support by Giovanelli. Any other discussion or questions? Did you have one?
I did. I guess the question I have, Madam Mayor, is but we don't know the cost in this, if we gave them an extra 30 days, would that help without having to do that? Or do you think that's not going to still resolve the demolition?
I see Fire Chief approaching him.
That's fine.
I believe he has something to say about this.
Madam Mayor, Council, we reached out and personally talked to Mr. Butt, who is the owner of the property, about 90 days ago, once the property became accessible to be demolished. We've sent him registered letters, we've called him and talked to him on the phone, and quite frankly, both Sid and myself really don't like to have to bring something like this to council because we'd like to be able to handle it ourselves. But we're now at the point that we don't think that any additional time would see any difference in action in regards to taking this property down.
Thank you. Did that answer your question?
Well,
Councilman?
I get, Madam Mayor.
Yeah.
Is there a reason why, then, that he's not willing?
I don't know his personal reasons why he's not reacting to it.
Okay.
Councilmember Giovanelli.
Thank you, and thanks, Chief. This has been a sore spot for a while, and I'm glad the neighbors there will be able to get some closure on it. So after it's all cleaned up, it's just going to end up being the basement filled, and it'll just end up being a lot.
Well, this is a tag team,
Got it. Okay. Yes.
because Sid and I work so closely together on things.
Sure.
Madam Mayor,
Yes,
City
absolutely.
Council. The policy in Rochester is that everything is removed.
Mhm.
This would be an empty lot with the basement completely removed. We have never allowed to fill a basement in.
I got you. Okay.
All of the concrete, all of the debris would be removed. The lot would be leveled and seeded so that there would be a safe place there.
So we can go back and cut the grass every 2 weeks?
Let's hope not.
Yeah, got it. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
I'm just going to say, because I live close to this property, and these neighbors have been undergoing, it's ridiculous. I'm sorry, but we've given him plenty of time. I'm more than empathetic with people and their, situation, but that property was, before it went down, was an eyesore, and the chief has done his best to keep those people, to keep it up, and I am thrilled that this is going to get done, because those neighbors have been undergoing, it's not good over there at all. So,
They've been
thank
more
you.
than patient.
Absolutely. Madam Clerk, the roll, please.
Dahlden?
Yes.
Dixon?
Yes.
Cuthbertson?
Yes.
Giovanelli?
Yes.
Peterson?
Yes.
Thank you. Next, we'll move on to reports and regular business. First is consideration of boards and commission appointments. I will just do I can read through. Mayor appointments, City Beautiful Commission, nominating Linda Glissman, Eric Bothwell, and Amanda Kiley. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by Peterson, support by Giovanelli. Madam Clerk, the roll, please.
Dahlden?
Yes.
Dixon?
Yes.
Cuthbertson?
Yes.
Giovanelli?
Yes.
Peterson?
Yes.
Next is Downtown Development Authority, Paul Haig.
So moved.
Motion by Peterson,
Support.
support by Giovanelli. Madam Clerk, the roll, please.
Dahlden?
Yes.
Dixon?
Yes.
Cuthbertson?
Yes.
Giovanelli?
Yes.
Peterson?
Yes.
Next is the Principal Shopping District, Suzette Louise, for the one term, term of 3 years. Motion to approve,
So moved.
Peterson,
Support.
support by Giovanelli. Madam Clerk, the roll.
Dahlden?
Yes.
Dixon?
Yes.
Cuthbertson?
Yes.
Giovanelli?
Yes.
Peterson?
Yes.
Next is the City Council appointment, Library Board, Ms. Potts, Knox Potts.
So moved.
Peterson, support by Giovanelli. Madam Clerk, the roll, please.
Dahlden?
Yes.
Dixon?
Yes.
Cuthbertson?
Yes.
Giovanelli?
Yes.
Peterson?
Yes.
Next, we move on to mayor appointments. For the Brownfield, I'd like to nominate Quinlan Dufresne. For the Cemetery Advisory Committee, I am meeting with the clerk, and we're going to talk about that committee because she has some suggestions moving forward. For City Beautiful, we have another seat open. I'd like to nominate David Lowell. For the Construction Board, I would like for the 2 regular seats to nominate Thomas Zaworski and Yusuf Tafqua. And we have no applications for Dinosaur Hill, so if anyone's interested, please apply. Let's see, Historical, I would like to nominate Matthew Sir and Cy Severino for the 2 regular positions. And my alternates, I'd like to nominate Kay Johnson and John DeZerman. And for the Parking Advisory Committee, I would like to nominate Missy Markovitz for the next meeting approval, please.
No, you already did
Oh,
but you already filled it. We
Parking?
just no, DDA.
Oh,
They're asking about DDA, you already, you just
You did it
confirmed
with Paul Haig.
yeah, I already did
Yep.
DDA.
Correct.
I'm skipping over the ones I've already done. Sorry.
Right.
I have them,
Yeah.
I have my little notes knowing I
Yeah,
don't have
right,
to do
right.
them. So, thank you. So for city council appointments, does anybody have any nominations for the Board of Ethics, please?
Nominate Janice Giuliani. That's not Giulioli? Yep. No.
So, one nomination. Any other nominations for the Board of Ethics? And for the Board of Review, do we have any nominations for the Board of Review? I will move to the Community Media Network. Any nominations for that board? I will move to the Historic I'm sorry,
Yeah,
go
I'm
ahead.
sorry, yes, are they allowed to be on more than one
Though
committee?
that one they can.
Okay, then yes, I would like to nominate Amanda Kiley for the Community Media Network Board.
Okay. Historic District Commission.
Madam Mayor?
And does it, right?
Madam Mayor?
Yep.
Who is the nominee for the ethics?
Janice Giuliali.
All right, I'd like to nominate Julie Dufresne.
Okay,
Thank you.
yes. All right, so we have two there for next, yes. Councilmember Dixon, did you have something, or no? Oh, okay.
No, I was just enjoying the fact that we had somebody for
Yeah.
that spot finally.
I know, it was, and then for the Zoning Board of Appeals, do we have any nominations for that particular? We have two regular and one alternate for that.
I'd like to nominate Cody Smith.
Okay. I can't nominate anyone, can
Tell me.
I think you can.
I? Can I nominate somebody even though it's not, I am a council member? Because I'd like to nominate Julie Dufresne. Well, actually, wait a second.
Right,
I put her
she's
on.
on
the list.
Yeah,
I
she's
put her
on,
on, yeah, she's actually, okay,
Yeah,
forget that one.
right.
That's right. Okay, thank you. Any others this evening? I went by her middle name and last name. That's what I did.
Yeah, she's
Yes.
in high demand tonight.
She is. And I wrote down just her, thank you. All right, so we have some nominations for next meeting. Next, we receive a report from the DDA and PSD. Bernard, would you like to go with the DDA?
Oh, man.
I can do it. I think
I
I can do it off the top of my head.
Well, see, all right, so here's the deal. Last time I had to fill in for
I
Ann,
know.
so now it's your turn.
So, we approved the budget,
Yes, we did.
and the other big item was they approved the sound system to be implemented downtown, still working out all the kinks and details. And by and large, that was most of the meeting, besides an update from Mr. Banda concerning the business development. Any questions? But the minutes are in there also, will appear next time.
And
And
we're
then-
still working out the music selection.
Exactly.
No Anthrax. Or,
Exactly. Elevator
yeah,
type music.
Skrillex.
And so PSD, we do not have this evening, because Ms. Russell is gone, so Council Mayor Pro Tem.
Do it.
Next, we have new business for referral and miscellaneous. Mr. City Manager.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Just want to highlight a few things, and I don't want to steal anyone's thunder. So, Heritage Days was this past weekend. I want to thank everybody, along with our police, fire, and public works that did a lot of the heavy lifting. A lot of volunteers with the various historical groups were out there. I was able to participate in, although it's already gone, the beard contest. Don't worry, there's photographic proof. Yeah, okay. Christy did already get some of those already posted. So I know Floatables went out, and there was some great highlights. I just wanted to, again, thank all the volunteers along with our staff for a great weekend. This was a little bit different as we moved the event forward a week. So we're hoping, we had more volunteers. The weather wasn't the most ideal, so hopefully, when they do the recap meeting and look at it for next year, they'll have some recommendations. Next, I wanted to highlight that our city newsletter is out. I know it was in the mail the past week, as well as on our website, so we've already been receiving some positive feedback there. I, along with several of our staff in engineering, members were at our last, or I shouldn't say our last, one of, I guess it was our third water and sewer open house that was over at the library. We had several residents who were in attendance, and it actually was the longest one that we've done. It went over an hour and 50 minutes. The library was actually scooting us out as it was time to close the library. I do want to highlight that on June 15th at 7 p.m. we'll be doing at the OPC another water and sewer open house. This is where we're explaining and answering questions about the upcoming water and sewer rates that will be going into effect as of July 1st. And then there'll be a final one on June 26th at 6 p.m. here at City Hall. Other than that, I don't know, I'll reference the manager's report for council, but it's an idea that the chief and I have kind of started to flush out, but I would like to propose for council to authorize administrative approval of block parties that fit within certain parameters, such as no amplified music or a stage, conclude before 10:30 p.m., along with any other items council may want to include, starting with the trial period from this memorial through the Labor Day. This would still follow City Council special event application process, but would streamline the process for residents, save some staff and council time, with these requests being administratively approved. So,
Madam Mayor, question regarding that, then how are we going to announce that so the public knows?
So after it's been approved, we would let the residents, and then we have our current calendar of events, so that those would go through. Part of the challenge has been, I'll just cite one that for a resident who, after our deadline for this agenda has happened, there would be a request for, let's say, this upcoming weekend before our next council meeting. So this administrative approval would allow for those type of block parties to still be administratively approved, along with the majority of the ones that we've looked at have been on consent. So we would let the resident know that it would be administratively approved, as well as put it in our calendar of events that it's been approved.
And remember, the block parties are for the residents that live on that block. So really, that's the part that is okay if we don't necessarily have it on an agenda item,
Yep.
Because the residents are letting each other know about the party. Any other comments from council? Do you need any other information from us, or? Okay,
I think so.
All right.
That's all I had.
thank you. Mr. Banda?
Just like to congratulate Megan Frazel of our office. She graduated from Leadership Rochester this past weekend. We went to support her, and it's a very good program, and we try to send a staff member through there every year, and it seems to be paying dividends, and they stay involved in that group after, and they have a project after. So we were very proud of her, and just like to thank her for going. It's a year-long commitment, so it's a big one.
Thank you. Madam Clerk?
Nothing this evening, Your Honor.
Mr. City Attorney?
Nothing, thank you.
Councilmember Bixon?
Yes, my wife and I went to the Heritage Festival, and even though it was on a different weekend, which some of us longtime Rochester residents find it difficult to make the change, I thought it was a very nice turnout, at least Saturday afternoon when the weather was nice. Stopped by the historical tent. The Bothwells were there, so I thought that was very nice. And I would just like to say to Mr. Bavacqua and Ms. Byers, who I see out there, who are both running for office, that the meetings usually do not end this quickly. So don't get your hopes up. Thank
We
you.
got closed session tonight, Stuart. So we'll be here for a while.
Hopefully that's, thank you.
Councilmember Giovanelli?
Nothing this evening, thank you.
Councilmember Cuthbertson?
A couple of things. I was unfortunately absent at the last meeting and would like to ask for an excused absence.
So moved.
Was out of town.
A motion by Councilmember Giovanelli, support by Councilmember Bixon. Yes.
Yeah, if you're not running for re-election, do you really need a excused absence?
It's good to be consistent,
Okay.
Mr. Bixon. I'm
I
doing my
support
best.
that. I
All
support
right.
that.
Madam Clerk, the roll, please.
Dalden?
Yes.
Dixon?
Yes.
Cuthbertson?
Yes.
Giovanelli?
Yes.
Peterson?
Yes.
Thank you. I know that at the last meeting, the budget was discussed, and I've been a part of making 12 budgets, and not being here for that meeting was particularly difficult for me. I was out of town on business. I will say I would have certainly supported voting for the budget as adopted by a majority of my colleagues. I think that actually funding the infrastructure program as a program for the long term is a wise and prudent thing to do. And there can be no more important investment in our future than water, sewer, and roads. And I think the way that that had been approached was very, very thoughtful and didn't involve debt, which is frankly amazing given the numbers that are involved. I should say bonding. There's some debt on the water and sewer side from a low interest loan. But, having said that, I want to say that I did believe that the Infrastructure Committee was going to present a unanimous recommendation. That did not bear itself out in the voting. As a committee member, I'm disappointed in that. But everyone has to vote their conscience, I suppose. That notwithstanding, I do have some concern about the DDA budget in particular. I think a $150,000 unrestricted check to the PSD of, in essence, tax dollars is a real step backwards and inconsistent with prior actions of the City Council, including a motion directly on point 2 years ago. So I think that is a potential source of some backsliding on the commitment to separating those functions appropriately. Furthermore, I do think that council would be well to understand DDA capital spending on a go-forward basis. It seems to be put into a bucket, and with the exception this year apparently of a line item for infrastructure, it's sort of a placeholder, and then the DDA then allocates it based on a vote at the meeting, and the expenditure isn't one that is necessarily been communicated or discussed with City Council at goals and objectives prior to that reallocation from a capital bucket. And for me, it's very difficult to imagine that those expenditures before they're made, which is, in my estimation, alteration or amendment of the budget, doesn't land here at council for some consideration. So I have to note that the Pocket Parks project did come to council, and I think that was a prudent and thoughtful thing, the right thing to do, and I think the budget amendment process requires it. But I was led to believe that the reason, or at least in the packet, the reason that it came to council was that it was nominally on council or on city property, and not because it was a change in the allocation of the budget. And so I think this is an open question that we need to resolve as a policy matter. When is it a budget amendment, and when do those expenditures come to city council? And I should really not think, for my part, after being here for 12 years and unwinding some preferences and ways of doing business at the DDA many moons ago, that council wouldn't be consulted on the front end of major expenditures that are not line items in the DDA's capital project budget. And so I'll I guess, see with great interest what happens with the sound system in particular, to understand whether that would actually be presented to City Council. It seems like a material number. So with that, I'd like to congratulate my colleagues in the administration on passing what I think is overall, however, a very responsible and prudent budget for the city of Rochester. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Peterson.
Yes, Madam Mayor, thank you. Just a couple things since the budget was brought up last meeting. Yes, unfortunately, my colleague is probably not happy with the way I voted. Unfortunately, as well, that during the infrastructure committee meetings, that's never been something that was a unanimous decision throughout that. So, and quite frankly, I don't think that moving forward, making comments about how others voted is really, very professional as well. Because after sitting here in the audience for 8 years and seeing that we haven't had any thought process go into infrastructure, by those that were in charge at that time. I just find it a little disturbing that it has to come out now that it's the best budget ever. And because I do not like the fact that the residents of this community would not be voting for any sort of millage increase with this here. Sorry you feel that way, but could have been separate and not put in forth with the budget. And I do know that the city worked very hard on the budget, and the budget would have been good without that in there. So thank you, Jeff.
I will just say that the Heritage Festival was great. We had we had 7 floatable votables, and I want to thank Ms. Byers, Mr. Sage and his daughter, and the Gamage family for participating. They did a really great job. Sunday, the weather wasn't as good, but the Brothers of the Brush competition was a lot of fun. It was good, really good turnout for that, so I was very, very happy about that, so thank you. I also wanted to let you know that I received I love these letters I get. Mayor of Rochester, no return address, no signed letter, so I'm guessing this person's watching because they care. They're concerned about an address that I'll pass along on Miller Street to the chief about the condition. But I figured since they know who I am and they sent the letter that it would be best to acknowledge them and let them know that I did receive your letter. Thank you so much. And that I will definitely look into your concern on Miller Street. Any other miscellaneous public comment this evening? Yeah.
I got a phone call from a friend who lives in Rochester Hills, and she gave me some information that was rather surprising, was that there's one event that we're having at the barn dance, that money is being split between the City of Rochester Hills Museum for a equipment barn and the overage, trying to cover the overage on the sundial, which surprised me. Didn't know that. But also I look at the websites where there's sign-ups. There isn't a big sign-up at this point in time, and there's an awful lot of investment there. So my question is, with this joint effort going forward, if it's a flop, do you share the losses, or do we pick them all up? I just don't know. I've seen this, and I've looked back through newspaper articles, and I went, she's right. It's here. It's everywhere. It's in all of the promotions, which I hadn't. Some of them are just really getting more detailed at this point in time, really weren't that detailed earlier. And Mr. Cuthbertson, I agree with you on having say in when expenditures are made. I know when I was on the council and even on the Board of Commissioners, there was a limit in an emergency that could be spent by the administration without going through the board or the council. But on other things, those things had to come back, and the budget amendments have to be made by you, or with the authorization, if it's not a part of the budget, had to be made by us when I was on the council. So I think I agree with what you were saying and where you were going, that you need to refine that again or something.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Douglas.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Any other public comment this evening? Yes. Mr. Zook.
Could someone on the council elaborate about the sound system that you're talking about?
If you'd like, I will forward the packet to you
No, I would just figure that the community out there would like to know.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was at the public meeting on the DDA, and it will be, I can actually forward it to you, and you can forward it to,
Okay.
it will have up, think we can post it on the website.
Okay.
Definitely.
We'll take and do that.
Absolutely.
Also, one other question. We're talking about block parties and the time limits on them. If the block party goes over the time limit, what's the issue? Are we going, most of the time we have the fire department there. When the party ends at 10, are they going to hose everybody down to get them out of there, or what are we going to do?
They're going to have
That would be against what you just learned
Yeah.
at that seminar, Mr.
Mr.
Zook.
I think fire hoses are
I
appropriate.
think you should have been paying attention at that last seminar you went
Well, they were
to.
talking about guns.
we have a police dog now, remember?
You set yourself up for that one.
I deserve it. Any shots you want to take, it be my guest. I got it
No,
coming.
I have no intention, but you did deserve that one.
Question. Madam Mayor. Regarding this barn dance and the collaboration with the other community, when was that approved that we were going to do that together and split the cost to where we would be funding the bicentennial sundial project?
I believe, through the chair, I believe it kind of morphed in with Christie and Pat McKay working together. The difference is it's still our event and their event. We have items, all of our events. If we made 100,000 and they made 0, we get all 100,000. So this isn't a split.
Yeah, the
way they
auction
set it up
items
was
are
they
all
figured
ours.
They have a better chance to get a lot of people there, and some people that were there for the things for the hills might buy something of ours. But we keep all of our money. They keep theirs, and I believe it's a split. If there was, which I don't believe there will be a loss,
No.
then we would split that. But we still have our separate items, and they felt the power of both communities could fill up that barn dance.
Well, and also Mayor Barnett reached out to us and said, I would like to be involved in something with the bicentennial, because, Encompass is a large area, and that was the one item that we thought we could do something together and have it be appropriate.
Separate.
So in all my announcements, I did say that we were splitting those items, so.
If it would be helpful, I can ask Christie at the next meeting maybe to give a comment, a little bit more information.
Yeah, we can definitely provide that. Okay, next is consideration of a request for closed session to consult with legal counsel regarding trial or settlement strategy regarding pending litigation and strategy negotiation session connected with negotiation of a collective bargaining agreement. Oh, Lord. Do I have a motion to
So
go?
moved.
Motion by Peterson,
You want to come out?
support by Giovanelli, with no intention of returning to open session. We'll take a 10-minute recess.
Alden?
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. Madam Clerk, the roll.
Alden?
Yes. No, we just said no, we won't be returning.
Alden?
Yes.
Vixen?
Yes.
Cuthbertson?
Yes.
Giovanelli?
Yes.
Peterson?
Yes.